A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development, Russia and Ukraine have reached a groundbreaking agreement in Istanbul for the exchange of prisoners of war, POWs, on a massive scale of 1,000 for 1,000. This announcement was made by Ukrainian Defence Minister Ruste during an interview with Ukrainian television on Friday, following the conclusion of talks in Istanbul. If implemented, this would mark the largest prisoner swap since the onset of Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. The discussions in Istanbul were the first direct talks between the two nations in over 3 years, reflecting a rare moment of diplomacy amid ongoing conflict. Russian negotiator Vladimir Medinsky expressed satisfaction with the outcomes of the negotiations and confirmed that both sides are prepared to continue discussions to establish a framework for a potential ceasefire. Medinsky stated, "In general, we are satisfied with the result and are ready to continue contacts. In the coming days, there will be a massive 1,000 for 1,000 prisoner exchange." The prospect of such an exchange has been eagerly anticipated, as periodic swaps have taken place since the beginning of the conflict. Yet none have reached this scale. The talks were initiated when Russian President Vladimir Putin proposed direct dialogue, a suggestion that was met with a challenge from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to meet in person. However, Putin opted to send a mid-level delegation instead. The negotiations, which took place at the Dolmabahce Palace on the Bosphorus, lasted less than 2 hours and did not yield significant progress in bridging the gap between the two sides. Despite the lack of breakthroughs, the agreement to exchange prisoners demonstrates a willingness from both parties to engage in dialogue. Zelensky has emphasized that a full, unconditional ceasefire is essential to halt the violence and lay the groundwork for future diplomatic efforts. He has also warned that if Russia refuses to accept a ceasefire, it should face strong new sanctions targeting its energy sector and financial institutions. Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, who facilitated the talks, highlighted the critical juncture facing both nations, stating, "There are two paths ahead of us. One road will take us on a process that will lead to peace, while the other will lead to more destruction and death." As the situation evolves, U.S. President Donald Trump has been vocal in his desire for a 30-day ceasefire, urging both sides to move towards a peaceful resolution. Ukraine has expressed its willingness to agree to a ceasefire, but Russia has indicated that it requires clear terms before committing to such an agreement. Medinsky mentioned that both countries would take time to outline their respective visions for a ceasefire, with the intention of resuming negotiations afterward. The backdrop of the talks is marked by the grim realities of the ongoing conflict, which has seen significant loss of life and widespread destruction. With Russian forces currently controlling nearly 1/5 of Ukraine, the stakes are high as both nations navigate the complexities of war and diplomacy. Despite the challenges, the recent prisoner swap agreement offers a glimmer of hope for progress and potential paths towards peace. As both sides prepare for the upcoming exchange, the international community watches closely, hopeful for a resolution that could end one of the most devastating conflicts in recent history. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.